May profits be upon you. The yen. All right. We're going to take another look at this yen. I want to give you a better analysis. I want to put better analysis out there for you. I want to go into a little bit more detail than I did in my weekly forecast video that I just posted about a half an hour ago. I'm going to leave a link for that in the description of this video and in the comment section. Okay. But we're looking right now at the yen futures on the weekly time frame. I want you to see that it's been bearish. All right. It's been weak. It's been weak, weak, weak. And each of these candles represents 1 week. Look how weak it's been. It's just been downhill. All right. Now, this past July, the Bank of Japan said, here, we're going to tighten our interest rates. All right. They raised interest rates, and you saw the strength coming into this market. It left fair value gaps, and it reached all the way up, taking out this high and taking out this high. Okay. And that is an external target. What do you expect after an external target of liquidity has been reached? You expect a pullback, of course. A pullback to where? An internal target of liquidity. And that would be this fair value gap here. We found that. And what do you expect after that? It goes back to the external, right? Chopped all the way up. Pop, 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 pop. And we reached that high. All right, that swing high here. But what happened on Friday? The Bank of Japan decided to announce that they're not in a rush to raise the interest rates. And that weakened the Japanese yen immediately. All right. And the US dollar dragged it down. Now, this is a bearish engulfer. All right. It engulfed the previous week's candle, it took out the high and took out the low, and traded and closed below that low. All right. Which indicates there may be some further downside to come. All right. Now, I think that it is, probably going to be a little bit more than short term, because if we look at the recent past, all right, up until a couple of months ago, this thing has been on a bear tear, all right, and I think that might be resuming. I think there's potential for that, all right, especially if the Bank of Japan is already announcing that there's further weakness to come. So, what do I expect? Do I think that price is going to come down to this fair value gap? Yeah, I do. However, I don't think this fair value gap is going to hold. It's already been used here. Poof. All right. I don't believe we're going to get that pull that that pull up. No, I don't. I think what is more likely to happen. All right, and that's what I said in my that video, the video I just posted. All right, there I do expect if this low is taken, not the fractal low here, but this swing low, if that swing low is taken, I do believe we're going to get a reaction, all right, a pullback reaction. But on the way down, I think we're going to make bearish fair value gaps happen, and that price will reach out to those fair value gaps and continue down. I believe this low is going to be taken. Uh, uh, but we're going to play it as we see it. But because it didn't take out this high, I believe this low is weak and it should be liquidated. That is my thought. All right. And we're going to see it play out. I believe we're going to get some more weakness. I believe this will be our near target, the near term target for liquidity in the yen futures. All right, I think there's more weakness in the yen to come, and I do believe this low will be taken and we'll be heading down towards this area here. This is going to be uh, uh, my my longer term target, but the fractal low here, yeah, I think we're going to be heading down towards that way within the next couple of weeks. All right, next week we should have a bearish candle. If use next candle theory, all right, because this candle closed well below the low of the range of the previous candle, we should see more bearish price action. If we go to the weekly, I mean to the daily time frame, all right, you can see that after we peaked above these highs, you can see the pullback was pretty pronounced here. Then we took out that high. Uh, do I expect price to, do a higher low than a higher high? No, I don't. I don't. All right, we are in, and that should be recognized. We are in a bullish fair value gap right here. Doggone it. What was that about? Oh, I see what's going on. All right. Yeah. So there is potential for price to continue higher here. All right. Let's watch this fair value gap next week. Okay. And we want to see if it fails. If it fails, we'll be coming down here. And if it fails, if it price closes through this fair value gap with a fair value gap left behind, then you can expect price to come back up and take out this low and then go for that low. I'm looking for price to stair step down. That's what I'm looking for. I think that's going to happen because of the signaling from the Bank of Japan that the yen will be weak against the US dollar. If we go to the US dollar, which is the inverse of the US of the yen futures, if we go to the US dollar yen, uh, with CFD, the brokered uh, version, all right, because the yen futures are JPY US dollar. The CFD version is the US dollar against the Japanese yen. So you're looking at the inverse, and I'll explain it the exact same way. All right, you can see that we've been in a bullish market where the US dollar has been outperforming the yen because it's been weak. And then up until January, when they raised the interest rate for uh, the yen outperformed the US dollar. All right. Until uh, just yesterday, you started to see strength come in to the market for the US dollar because they decided that they're not going to uh, what do you call it? This week they they're not going to raise interest rate. They're not in a rush to raise interest rate for the yen, so the dollar started to pick up some steam against the yen, and yeah, I believe that's going to continue, and that this will be my first target. This will be my first target here. All right, and I'm going to look to see if, as price is pulling back, uh, if it's going to create bullish fair value gaps. And if it does, you should know that once it takes out that high, it's going to pull back into a bullish fair value gap wherever it is and continue higher to take out this one. And if it creates more fair value gaps, it's going to do the same here. You understand? And we will resume the bullish nature of this doggone this market because the yen is weak, and the Bank of Japan is, they got their reasoning that they want to control their currency and its strength, based on the economic factors, in the environment in their country. So you know it is what it is, but it makes this market easier to trade, in my opinion. Okay, so we have this brief period of Japanese yen strength against the US dollar. We're taking this low. I'm looking for price to pull back anyway. You understand? We're taking this low. I'm looking for that pullback. I'm looking for that retracement. And I believe that retracement is going to take us to at least the top of this. That's going to be over the next couple of weeks. So If you're in the US dollar yen, I'll be looking for buy setups. And if you're a yen futures trader, I'd be looking for bearish setups. But only after we see the failure of this bullish fair value gap and the formation of of I said this is a bullish fair value gap. I would be looking for the formation of bearish fair value gaps forming along the way, so we can get an idea of what kind of um, order flow we have going on here. All right, it's not exactly the clearest here. All right, but we know what the fundamentals are, what the fundamentals are, and the sensitivity to those fundamentals as displayed and demonstrated on this past week. Hey, you know, it looks like we're going to have some U.S. dollar strength against the yen, and even though I'm bearish this week against for the U.S. dollar, it'll outperform the yen when the Bank of Japan is hitting their let it ride button. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I'm hoping that you found this enlightening and you found it helpful. If you have any questions on it, leave it in the comment section. If you like the video, make sure you leave a boost or a like, a thumbs up, and do subscribe to make sure you catch the updates. I'm going to leave my updates in the comment section of this video. All right, good. May profits be upon you.